Hello, welcome to my channel 100 Days with Kajo. Today is day 12 of gratitude. And based off of my shirt, we're obviously going to show gratitude towards fan fiction, fan fiction, and romance novels. So this has been on my mind for a while, but whenever, right before I do these videos, I get an urge or an idea that's something that's relevant for that day for me to be grateful for. Like the other day I did the gym because I was go to the gym. Another thing I did my family because I think I just talked to my mom in the morning, and then it just made me think of how grateful I am for my family. And I knew I wanted to do this, and I kept pushing it, and I was like, you know what? No, we're gonna do it today. I had nothing significant in my mind that came to me, so I was like, you know what? Fan fiction and romance novels is the way to go. So we're gonna put our 5-minute timer, and we're gonna get real. All right. I'm grateful for fan fiction, and I'm grateful for romance novels. I'm grateful for, if you know it, AO3. I'm grateful for Wattpad. I'm grateful for webtoons. I am grateful for those out of the way fan fiction websites. I am grateful for all the little girls. I say little girls, but young girls who speak another language, don't even speak English. They have so much going on in their lives, write masterpieces. And then they say, oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I had to take a break for X amount of months because my family went through some. I'm grateful for you. I hope everything's going all right. But I'm grateful for those people who write masterpieces. I'm grateful for the fanfic being online. I can't even imagine if it's the 1800s and 1900s and you're trying to read fan fiction. Where do you go? Where do you go to exchange these type of stories? Did women, oh, well, I don't think women could read and write for a while. Okay. Well, let's make the assumption we could have, right? For a good chunk of history, we were allowed to. Where would we have found those stories? Would women or people go into a room and just tell these stories? And they made me think of smut too, right? Before you were allowed to publish it, where did they get their smut? Was it just storytelling? Was everything storytelling? I'm grateful that I don't live in that era. That I can read whatever I read in peace. That I can see whatever I see in peace. I'm grateful for my friends and my internet friends who are obsessed just as much as I am. Some more than others. But we can talk about it. We can fangirl over it. We can talk about how crazy it is. Because sometimes I'm reading it and backtrack. I'm grateful for Wattpad, right? But I'm also grateful that I read one story from Wattpad and I never returned. I read this one story and I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not. It was honestly insane. The story started off well. And I think it was a combination, a concoction of bad writing and atrocities. And it was just nasty. And nasty, I don't want to say it like that, but it started leading that way. I had to take a huge step back and reevaluate myself and my life and say, okay, am I really going to choose to read this right now? I said no. Never looked at Wattpad ever again after that story. But AO3, I love it. I love their search, their search engine of AO3, how they use the keywords. I'm grateful for that. I literally read fan fictions about different animes that I like to watch and stuff, or different shows, but not often, but enough for me to at least make a gratitude video for it. I'm grateful for, again, romance novels. Oh, they're so cute. I have little to no romance in my life right now. As far as romance with my friends, yes, I'm romantic and to the people in my life, right? To be romantic is to show love, you know? So I am romantic, but romantic in a sense of exclusively romantic relationship, don't really have that right now, and that's okay. I'm grateful that I have romance novels to kind of substitute it. I can read stories about good loves and bad loves and kind of know what I want, and that there's so much goodness in it, because oftentimes I feel we get skewed with all these horrible stories of all these bad relationships. Mind you, it's completely okay to talk about that. And I think awareness is super, super, super important because you don't recognize, like, oh my goodness, like I see online too where people are like, I didn't realize this was abuse until someone said it or something. Like, I feel like bringing awareness to bad relationships are good. But also, I think it's good to think about the good of it. Like, there's so much good in it, and romance novels allows me to feel the good. Now, do they frustrate me? I hate a slow burn. I personally hate friends to lovers. I'm an enemies to lovers girl. I really am. It frustrates me. It frustrates me. But I do love, I'm so grateful that romance novels give me a positive outlook on relationships, and I can be hopeful for the future or the near future. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever. I'm grateful for the community behind it, like book talk and like all the recommendations you get. Like, I couldn't find it on my own. It's hard to find good romance novels that aren't cheesy and corny and weird. And I'm grateful for women who write romance novels. Not to say that men can't, but like, I just don't understand why you have to say certain things the way you say it. And even some women authors do the same thing. It bothers the heck out of me, but I'm grateful that we can actually talk about it and okay. All right. Clearly, I should have started with the romance novels because I had a lot more to say about that than fan fiction. But honestly, I'm grateful for all of it. It's a weird space to be in because like a lot of the things in fan fiction I avoid too because like there's just different severities, severity, whatever. Right? There's different like they call it spice levels right in the books that you read, and I'm grateful for all of those. And I know the timer went out, but I just want to like conclude this and stuff. And you can love romance novels and then like be in the community of it and fan fiction and be in the community of it and it not be like the most crazy things ever. Like, I have friends who read crazy stuff that I can't fathom, that I can't even fix my lip. And I'm actually choosing to forget the words that she said. And I'm just remembering the feeling that I felt when she had told me. And I was like, ugh, right? But I'm not judging her. I don't see her in a different light. It's okay. It's a book. And I know she would never act in that manner outside of the book. I know her as a person. I love her. And I have other friends who, they love a slow burn. They get super excited about the end of the book where they just brush fingers and that's it, and that's their love story. Both ends of the spectrum irritate the heck out of me. I like a medium, a good storyline, lots of romance. I love fighting and fantasy, like a good mixture of that. Okay, I'm going over time. I definitely needed more than 5 minutes for this, but I just love it, like a good middle. Like, I need heavy plot, but like make sure the romance is embedded, braided through the story. It doesn't have to be the bulk of the story. Just braid it in, like weaving in and out, weaving in and out. That's what I need. I enjoy that. I enjoy that. I enjoy that. I haven't read a romance novel or fan fiction or fanfic in a long time. I've been trying to stay away and I've just been indulging in self-help books. But okay, I'm talking too much. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.